This video is brought to you by Miniature Industries, unique products for your model railroad. And now we're at the bench, and what you're looking at is the upper framework that's going to be supporting the pipes. And so if I lay my pipes on there, you'll see that it looks pretty good. So the next thing for me to do is tell you what materials I'm using. First of all, it'd be helpful, so if you guys want to do this, you can follow along. All Evergreen products, although Plastruck has the same products, I prefer the Evergreen because it is styrene and not ABS. So the uprights are going to be number 272s. The bottom that's going to run along the entire structure, which will give us some stabilization, is this number 153, and these are 60 by 60 thousandths rod. And then for this upper framework, I'm using this number 274 I-beam. There'll be other products as I go along. When I start doing my X-bracing, those will be different. So we're going to start with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take one of my 60 by 60 rods, and this length is 9 3/4. So now I gotta just find my ruler. There it is. So we'll measure and cut 9 3/4. Okay guys, I don't know how many or what the spacing is going to be for those stanchions. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe 10 feet, maybe 20 feet. I am not sure. So with that being said, let me figure that out and put one of these together so you guys can get an idea of what exactly I am talking about. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay guys and gals, we're back here at the workbench. Now I'm on a different camera angle. I've never used this camera angle before. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because this mat is a lot cleaner than my other, and I can get nice straight lines on here. Anyhow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these stanchions on this side, and then whatever it is over here, and then over here. So we'll start doing this. Now I don't know, I have not used very much of this adhesive, so I don't know how it works, but we're going to give it a shot on this. I'm just afraid with the extra thin, it's just going to go down and stick to the mat, and that'll give me a problem later. So here we go. Alright guys, here you go, the first set of stanchions sitting up there. I have to wait till that dries before I can move on, because now that has to stand up so I can do the second, all the rest of them. I could use this long one, I could do it the same way, lay it down and do it. And I think I have to cut more of these stanchions out. I got 3 here and 5 there, 8. So I got enough to do just one long one here, but that has to be cut to size, so I have to wait on everything. So stay tuned and we will be back shortly. Okay, boys and girls, welcome back to the bench. As you can see, I've got some of this rack built. Got my stanchions in there and my top piece. So I'm going to continue on with this. It'll be the same procedure, put all the stanchions in first. Now, the only thing is, when I join, let's see, let me move this over a bit. When I join this piece that goes here, what I do is inside the channel here, I take a piece of the rod that I've been using for the bottom and I put it in here, and then when let's see, let me get another piece here. Let's do it the other way. So, because the gluing surface is so little on here, I want a little extra support. So this piece of rod, of course it won't be that long, it'll be just a short piece, but it will protrude just enough that it will go inside of this guy and give me that extra little bit of gluing area, so I have a solid build when I'm done. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and continue on this build off camera, and I'll bring you back when I have basically the whole frame completed except for the cross pieces on the top. That being said, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, just a quick tip before I start mounting these stanchions. I like to make sure that they're all cut, because I didn't have my chopper and I didn't have a way to measure the exact size. So what I'll do is I'll put my straight edge on the mat and I'll just take them and push them up against there. Come on. And let me get something. This gotta work. And I'll just push them up against there and make sure that they're all straight. Well, not straight, but all the same size, I should say. And as you can see, there's a couple little variations. I'm not going to worry about that. But as you can see, my stanchions are pretty much all the same sizes. I just wanted to bring that out just to show you guys how I do things when I do a scratch build. So stay tuned and we'll continue on. Be right back. Guys, what you're looking at right now is the basic frame that I have built. It's an I-beam frame. I use number 274 and 271 evergreen I-beams. The only thing left for me to do now on this is to put my cross sections on there that will support the pipes. And let me show you something here as soon as we get around to it. Where's my human at? Oh, here he is, right here. Okay, let me show you something. So, you remember what I showed you with the original framework, right? With the person there? So, this is what it looks like now. Come on, stand up straight, guy. I think that looks a little bit better. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to bring the camera down a little bit. Alright, hold that there. Hold that there. Now, you might get a better perspective of what this looks like. Now remember, that's 10 feet, and I measured this guy, and this guy is exactly 6 feet end scale. So, here we go. Doesn't that look better? I think it looks way better. Come on, man. Alright. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and finish these pieces up here, and then I will paint it, and we'll see how it looks when it's done. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, when I do a scratch build, if I can cheat somewhere, I will cheat as much as I can. And what am I talking about? Well, I just told you guys that I'm going to have to put my cross bracing on here, and I don't want to measure each and every one of them. So what I'm going to do is, I know the distance from this to this is 3 1/4 at each boxes, so an inch, a little bit over 1.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these down. Where's my knife? Like I said, I have not found my chopper yet. I really haven't looked for it. But so what I do is 1, 2, 3, and a little bit. So I would make it the total 4. Okay, and we'll cut that, and we'll do the same again. Okay guys, when I do plastic on plastic, 90% of the time I will do my Fowler Expert Glue. I just like it. I mean, it's a little longer to dry, but it gives you a little bit more time to maneuver stuff around. Anyhow, I'm going to start doing this, and we'll see what it looks like in a little bit. Here we go. Okay guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait for all of this to dry up, and then I'll just trim it, paint it, and the next time you see this, it'll be a finished product. I'm not sure if I want to put my cross bracing in there just yet. I want to see how it looks with the pipes on there and whatever. I might want to put some stuff underneath on the floor. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how that goes as I continue on this build. Anyhow, stay tuned, and we'll be back with a finished product. Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. This is the completed project. As you can see, I painted it in light gunmetal, and eventually it'll get some weathering. It's pretty strong the way it is. I could make it stronger, but once it gets glued down to the concrete pad per se, it'll be okay. It's not going to get moved around, so I'm not really too worried about it. Anyhow, I think it came out pretty good for my first official group scratch build for this channel. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to put this on the concrete pad and show you what it's going to look like with a couple of workers there and so on and so forth, and then we'll end the video. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, boys and girls, we're looking at a top view of the pipe rack and pipes that I scratch built for this scene that I'm doing in my ethanol plant. As you can see, it looks pretty good from the upper level, but let's take a look at it from the side view. And as you can see, I got a bunch of happy workers in there. And to be honest with you, I think those 6-foot guys look really good against that 10-foot stanchion pipe rack that I had built. we'll stop it when it gets to them, and we'll take a closer look at it. Okay, and we can zoom in just, let's go a little bit more. There you go. Now, I don't know what these guys are. They're some sort of workers, but as you can see, even the guy that's reaching up with his arm over his head, he's still got room under there, so like a little step ladder or something like that if he needs to get to those pipes for any reason. But I think it looks better at the height that I have it versus the height. Let me see, let me back out a minute. Here is the original one. And if you put it, well, let's see, I guess I can take this off for a minute. And I put this guy here. Doesn't that look better with the other one? Anyhow, it was fun doing my first scratch build on this, on my original channel. And I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. And as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. Gemini Scale Model Works out for now. Toodle!